All right, so this is what I wanted to bring up. Someone on Reddit, not I'm sorry, not Reddit, on 4chan, perfectly described what was going to happen for the for
Oh,
Pokemon Day, like
right.
verbatim. But the one thing that was missed, but not really, he says we are. Well, at first he said I'm a programmer at the Pokemon at a Pokemon outsourcing company. My English is very poor, so I use machine translation to complete this post. So literally, he says the theme of the DLC is hidden treasure of Area Zero and Hexagon. That's all true. Version 1.2 includes dressable clothes as a reward for DLC purchasers, which is true. There's if you get the DLC, there you get some clothes. Um, let's see. We'll include Unermanimo and Tura blah blah blah. These Pokedex Suicune and Paradox Persian. Okay. And then he says the types. A mystery Pokemon with a green mask, also confirmed. Special terrestrial appearance. I don't know what he meant by that. Unless he meant like the raid, which I
Oh,
assume.
maybe.
Yeah. The third legendary Pokemon is a large blue turtle, which was true. And here's the last one. We are working on a graphics enhancement patch for the new Nintendo Switch models that will be released alongside DLC 2.
Oh, I saw something about that. Right.
Yeah. We are working on a graphics enhancement for the new Nintendo Switch models. So
Dude, it's late. I told you about our the person we know that like ordered
yeah.
something on
Oh right. Oh yeah. I forgot we didn't.
what is that? GoFundMe,
Yeah,
right? Or
yeah.
Kickstarter. That's
Kickstarter.
it.
There you go. Yeah.
And they asked him to pick a system, and it said like Nintendo Switch, and then it was like new Nintendo console. And he's like, "What? What is this?" Like,
I mean, it makes sense purely in the sense of like this Switch can't handle the Pokemon game. But if they had the intention of it working on a stronger version where things aren't dying,
right.
that'd make a lot more sense. And for new Nintendo Switch models, see, the only thing is the models, right? Is he implying that it's still a Nintendo Switch?
Right. And there's just going to be a new Switch, like a
Right.
Switch V2, V3,
Right,
whatever
right.
we're
Like
at now.
instead of like, from Wii to Wii U, it's just like switch to new Switch, like
Switcheroo.
with the 3DS. Switcheroo.
Right.
Like in the new 3DS, I mean, I loved it, but there's only like what 2 or 3 games that actually were like purely compatible that were purely meant for the new 3DS because
Yeah, it was like Ace Combat, Minecraft, and Fire Emblem Heroes for the new 3DS or whatever it was.
wait, wasn't there what about Kid Icarus? I thought that was one.
No, that was on the regular
Oh,
3DS.
oh, I was thinking someone else. Yeah, so like I'm inclined to believe this. Because our inside information, what he's saying about literally everything else was like 1 trillion% spot on, which is impressive. Like
Right.
literally not a guess. We are working on a graphics enhancement patch, but like the graphics enhancement is it just to make it look better? Because that wasn't really the issue. It was more of the
It
optimization.
actually
Yeah,
ran.
actually
Yeah.
ran. It didn't melt
The
my
game
Switch.
looked fine for the most part. Like, you know.
I was also reading that well yeah, I was reading that like they were gonna come out with like a Pokemon DLC Switch in terms of like just a skin.
Oh,
But
good.
this would make more sense for the DLC too. I mean, you're gonna
Right.
buy even if it's like a Switch Mini or some model that
Right. They could have just said that Pikachu, like, I don't know, nuzzled on it. Be like, yep, give. Here's
give
my
it
big brain uh
big brain.
I'm tapping into my psychic powers, right? On exactly 7:48 p.m. a Tuesday night, Nintendo's gonna be like, "Hey, in 12 hours, we have news." Right? Keep in mind this is before Zelda comes out in May, so we got 3 months to figure out what day. They're gonna be like, "Hey, you, IOY, JK, JK." But seriously, check out this Nintendo Direct. We have big news. And then they're going to be like, by the way, here's the new Nintendo Switch. It doesn't suck.
Oh.
And it's launching the same day as Breath of the Wild 2 or whatever it's
Well,
called. Tears of the
it's
Kingdom.
definitely not that purely because DLC 2 is in winter and Tears of the Kingdom's in March or May.
May.
Yeah, May.
Well, no,
So
no, no. That's what I'm saying. They're going to launch it with Zelda still. But they just like, they're going to spring it on us at like a really inopportune time.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
And then
think
that way it's out for the Pokemon DLCs by the end of the year.
yeah, I think this is gonna be that's their holiday surprise this year. Not a new game,
Right.
the new console.
Surprise, buy another system.
Buy another system.
You
I mean,
wasted money on the OLEDs,
but
idiots.
but I'm gonna buy it though.
Right.
That's
You
the
still
issue.
got my money, Nintendo. I don't know.
I,
Look, I have literally 8 Switches in this house, all right? You can't stop me at this point.
it's like the Infinity Stones. I collect them
Right.
all.
Money's not
I
an
mean,
issue. I have nothing to
I,
live for, all right? Just give me more Switches.
that's, sheesh.
I work to buy Nintendo products, all right?
Uh, yeah, I hope this is the case for a new model for alongside DLC 2. That would be actually kind of nutty. You know, like or a new Switch, not like an OLED 2, not
No, just call it the take your stupid naming gimmicks, new Nintendo Switch. Make it run it like an actual system on par with I'll even take on par with like a PS4 at this point. Just like come on, dude. I can't handle it anymore. I can only take so much. It's been 6 years of this, all right? I can only, have Stockholm syndrome so much.
that'd be. I mean,
Nintendo.
yeah, as long as a PS4. Yeah, I don't know. I just want a stronger Switch. You know, it doesn't have to be like 2K or 4K. Just
Right.
better,
Just
I
let it
guess.
run
It's 7 years.
anything.
I think they. I think this has to be it, right? Like because of how many years it's been out, and there's
It's got to be coming. There's so much evidence towards it. Like if everybody is just like pulling our leg and this is the biggest April Fool's Day prank, like you guys win. Like
yeah,
I don't know. I'm falling for it. I fell for every fake Nintendo Direct announcement on Twitter
Oh
the
my
other
god,
week.
it's so
Like,
annoying. Just like dude, Switch. I'm like, what's the date on that? They're like, you're
it's
like,
like September 23rd, 2017. All I saw was 23rd. I was like, yeah, that's tomorrow.
it's like, oh, dude, which makes sense in Nintendo land because they announce things the day before it actually happens. But
Right.
for the
Right.
rest of the world,
And also not 7 years in advance.
right? Just, and those people are scummy. That'll like
Right. It's
repost.
not my fault. All right. I'm sitting on Twitter waiting for this news. All right. It's not like I'm like, I don't know, sitting there expecting people to get me with jokes and whatever.
Yeah, yeah, but you should still read it. I mean, it's still
Look,
good blame
I
on
like
you.
hone in on one detail. It's like, oh, the 23rd, that's tomorrow. I am like that lady with the math equations meme,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah, I know
flying across
exactly.
her head. That's what I see when I scroll through Twitter.
Well, I'm glad you released to the world that you just blindly accept
Yeah, I need
things at
to.
face value.
That's why we're setting up a Patreon. Our first goal is to get me a brain scan.
You really need to see an eye doctor. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a bowl of worms.
Oh,
What?
well.
Oh.
So that's Pokemon Day. Overall, I give it like
Yeah.
a 5, if that.
Yeah, I mean,
it kind of
Mystery Dungeon was missing, even though
yeah,
that
right.
leaked everywhere. There was hope of them announcing the Pokemon GBA games for the new emulator, but
Well, that was your. I actually wanted to believe
I
you
don't
too.
know.
Like
I hyped it up. Yeah, I
that was good.
know. No new Pokemon Pinball. That's pretty sad.
That'll
Pokemon
probably come to
Channel
the
2, I'm
store.
still waiting on.
That's not that's Pokemon Home, isn't it?
Pokemon Battle Revolution 3. I don't even know what else does Pokemon make. Pokemon Sleep 2. We just skipped we overslept on the first one. Yeah.
literally slept on it. Nice.
Yeah.
That would be such a great like trailer. Yeah, we slept on the first one. So here's 2. So what do you give it then? Just from reading it, mind you, you really
like
got nothing from watching it.
Yeah, I give it like a 5. Like it's nice we're getting DLC, but like I don't know.
Too vague on everything.
Yeah, I don't care yet. Give me a reason to care.
Pokemon Home is still vague in terms of release date. It's just
You're making me buy another Pokemon Go accessory.
But was it? They said early 2023, even though we're like.
And tomorrow is March. Oh,
So
2 days is March. So
like, what is early to you? Is it like before the first half?
July.
Like,
yeah, just
Look,
to June.
Is it like fiscal year? Like no, early 2023 is October. What?
Yeah.
How is that early?
How's that early?
That's early
It's
for our
never too
sales. It's early for our sales. Our holiday sales.